Hi, Grace Church. This is Pastor Tim with this week's video update. Happy New Year to all of you. During 2022, we want to grow further personally and corporately, and we want to know Jesus better and better during this coming year. I'm really struck by a statement that came out of C.S. Lewis's book, Prince Caspian. It's one of the Chronicles of Narnia. And there's a scene where Lucy Pevensey is with Aslan, that figure that represents Jesus in the Chronicles of Narnia. And Lucy Pevensey says to Aslan, "Aslan, you're bigger." And Aslan responds, "That's because you're older, little one." And Lucy Pevensey asks quizzically, "Not because you are bigger?" And Aslan responds, "I am not. But every year you grow, you will find me bigger." I love that line. But every year you grow, you will find me bigger. My great hope and desire in this coming year, 2022, is that we will be growing personally in relationship with Christ, so we'll see the Lord as bigger and bigger. And so we want to enter into 2022 early in the year with a week that we're designating Prayer Week. It's not as though we want to do all of our praying for the year during this week, but we do want this week to be catalytic for the whole year. And so our Prayer Week theme this year is Lord, Turn It Around. There's so much in our world and frankly in our personal lives, in our county, that we are eager, that we desire to see the Lord turn around, to touch with his healing grace, with his saving grace, with his restorative grace. We want to see the Lord turn it around during this coming year. So I want to just in this video, and then hopefully through Prayer Week, commend a couple of prayer practices. One is evening prayer, and one is morning prayer. And in fact, if you'd go to Psalm 4 and 5, in the last verse of Psalm 4, you see the psalmist saying something about evening prayer and about how it impacts sleep for the psalmist. And then you go to Psalm 5, and early in that chapter, in verse 3, you hear the psalmist talking about praying morning by morning. In other words, there is just something about beginning your day with prayer and ending your day with prayer. That's the practice of personal prayer. Jesus commends it in the Sermon on the Mount. And so we want to think together about early in the year, each of us cultivating further a practice of personal prayer with the Lord. But we also want to commend this prayer practice of corporate prayer. And we've got several opportunities during Prayer Week that we think could be meaningful. On January 16th, on the second Sunday of Prayer Week, in the evening at 6 p.m., we're going to have a corporate prayer gathering. We've been calling them at Grace concerts of prayer, where we unite together in prayer, where we agree with one another in prayer and present our desires before the Lord. There's a time of worship. There's a time of praying for growth, maturity in the church, awakening in the church, as well as advance of the gospel in the world, so that more and more people discover the beauty, the peace, the joy, the hope of real relationship with Jesus Christ. And that will be a part of that concert of prayer on January the 16th. There's also going to be a half night of prayer. This is a new feature this year on Friday evening, January 14th, from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's 4 hours, a half night of prayer. And each hour is going to be themed a little bit differently, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to pray through the book of Colossians that evening. You could come for an hour, you could come for 4 hours, you could come for a portion of an hour, but at the beginning of each hour, we're going to read a chapter of the book of Colossians. It's Colossians. It's 4 chapters. And then we're just going to make some notes on highlights that we see in that chapter. And we want those highlights to be the theme of our praying during that hour. Hope you can be with us for that half night of prayer on Friday evening, January 14th. From 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. And then we're going to have a corporate prayer meeting on Thursday morning, January 13th at 7 a.m. We'll meet in the library. It's a time of worship and then a time of bringing our requests to the Lord. Hope many of you can be with us for that time. And this Sunday morning, as we kick off prayer week, we're going to be in a passage that's a favorite passage of mine, 2 Chronicles chapter 20. In fact, during the summer of 2019, when I came to Grace Church just to help out for the summer, I would speak on Sundays and then do some coaching and encouragement with the staff team on Mondays. On the second Sunday that I was here in 2019, I preached from this passage in 2 Chronicles 20. It's just a great passage on uniting together in prayer and trusting God for His work to turn things around. Lord, turn it around. Hope you can be with us this Sunday. The worship team is going to be leading us in singing to God. I look forward very much to this Sunday. So, Grace Church, Happy New Year to all of you. So look forward to seeing you. Blessings on you.